Ki mispar sheish hu ra'ol Yisrael. Listen to this, because mispar sheish, the number 6, is ra'ol Yisrael. It is befitting for Klal Yisrael. He says, I go through this at length in Gevuras Hashem, and thankfully we have the Heilige Rabbi Hartman who brings that little piece on the bottom. I want to open up your eyes to this piece over here. I know there are some people like, Rabbi, you're reading too much Hebrew. What do you tell you? It's in Hebrew. So, how is 6 connected to Klal Yisrael? You gotta get this. It's time to get out of just our little childlike demeanor of understanding that they just had 6 at once, and get the reality of it. Get just how true and how amazing it is. So here it is, V'dak Yisrael Belvad Nikru Uma Yechidit, because Klal Yisrael is called the one nation, right? When Moshe Rabbeinu, the Gemara Barachot, he said to Hashem, what's written in your tefillin? So he said, Mikam Yisrael, go echad ba'aretz. Who's like my Jews is the go echad, who is like the one nation inside all of the world. And also, in Shmuel Beis, we're called Yechida Liyechadcha. We're called the one. We're called the Uma Yechidit, the one. So now, Ubishvil Kach, Shaykh Mispar Shisha Yisrael. And that's obviously why you have 6. Thank you. What in the world does 6 have to do with that? Listen to this. V'zeki, mishu yachid eno chelek. Somebody who is one has no parts. If you're one, meaning shekoshu chelek eno echad. If you're a part of something, then you aren't one, because you need to be a part of that thing. V'chol asher hu tzad echad bilvad eino davar shalem. And anything that's just one side of something is not the complete thing. Ukasha yesh bem kol tzdadim. Now, if you have all the sides, shehem shisha tzdadim. Now, how many sides are there in the world? How many sides are there? So, if I look straight, that's north, south, west, east. So that's 4, up and down. So that makes 6. So the number 6 inside this world is all the sides. That's what it is. So because you have Shisha Tzdadim, as En Kan Chiluk Klal, then there is no Chiluk, there is no separation, V'hu Kol HaKol, and that is everything. Ulefikach, and that's why, Yavo Machot Shamayim B'Shesh Tevot, obviously says the Maral, and everybody knows this, that when you want to go and you want to bring in the Yichud of Hashem, every day, twice a day, we say Hashem is one. What do we say? Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. We use 6 words. Why 6 words? Says the Maral, because 6 is everything, because 6 is one. Because 6 is all of reality. You're saying that there's no chelik, you're saying that there's nothing but that. So, in order for the Jews to become the Yachid nation, in order to become the number 1 nation of being one, you needed to hit the biggest 6. You have to take 6 to its furthest extent possible, which is 600,000. By the way, you don't find a number in the Torah past 600,000. You don't find a number in the Gemara past 600,000. If in the Gemara they want to say more than 600,000, they say 2 times 600,000. They say 2 times the Olei HaMidbar. The Gemara in Nedarim, Sam, right? When you made the Neder, he said 2 times the Olei Midbar. Yeah.
There were 600,000 men fighting it, you know?
And that's why the other guy says 12. And they had 12 at once. He says, well, obviously, each one of these 6 are by themselves not complete if they don't have a pru and a revu. And so they need to have a female with them. And so therefore, that's why the other Mandamer says 12. Did they really have 12? Did they really have 6 at one time? Who cares? That's not the point. If you ever walked around thinking that the end of that vart, of the reason why it uses 6 Lashon Hara, how do we know it's 6, guys? We know it's 6 because it says inside the Torah that they were... Thank you very much. And those are the 6 over there. Do that with the pressure of this thing on you. But yes, it says the lashon of that pru, revuva, yeshuva, yarbu, mod, maod is 6 words. It's 6 words of having kids, and so therefore we learn it's 6. And all these years we thought, oh well, they must have had 6 at once. No, they were building Klal Yisrael to become the one, and the number 6 is the one. That's why, by the way, Hashem built this world in 6 days. And what did Hashem say after the number 6? Shabbos. Hashem said, we're done. We hit 6. We hit completion. Next. That's it. We're done. Let me rest. Somebody give me a cigarette. I'm finished here. Right? That's all there is to it. I'm the 6 is the totality of what it is. Now, by the way, that's why the Maral in a different place goes and likes to discuss how everything in this world is 3-dimensional. Each dimension has 2 sides. 3 times 2 is 6. He claims that everything physical actually has a 6 inside itself as well. Anything that is completion is this concept of 6. I only told you this just because I want us to begin to appreciate and scratch at the surface that what you've learned as a child is what's going to save your Judaism. That's what kept Yosef, the same Yosef, all the way through. He sent the Agalot and said, Abba, I took what I learned when I was younger and I kept on pounding on it and pounding on it and pounding on it until I got the truth and then more truth and then more truth. It was what I learned from when I was younger and I kept on building that up. That's what kept Yosef going. And so it's incumbent upon all of us as fathers to begin a process of figuring out the reality of all those things that used to sound like fairy tale. Now, if you didn't grow up religious, that's fine. Nobody's blaming you on that. But I'm sure at some point you've heard a lot of these different kinds of things where now it's time to sit down and Bezat Hashem, what we're going to be going through over here is to really build up this process.